step-by-step guide on how to restock your flock. You have finished selling your chickens. Right now, you don't have any chicken again in your farm, and you want to restock. You want new sets of chickens. These are the things you need to do before restocking. Please make sure you follow all these steps from beginning to the end so that you have a very good free infection rearing stages. Don't just go back and restock your chickens after selling. I know that in the comment section, many farmers are telling me that they want to book for new young chicks immediately after selling their chickens. Please, don't just go on and restock immediately without doing all these things I'm going to give you in the particular video. It is dangerous. You may finally start all over again, carry over infections from the former flock to the new flock. What you need to do so that you don't spend much on medications. Remember what I always say, if you spend much on medications, synthetic medications are very expensive at this time. Once you spend much on synthetic medications, it is likely you may not make profit. For you, you may think that you are making profit because many farmers are not taking into account all their expenditures. They only take into account their income. And most of the times, their income is not a guarantee that you are making profit. The fact that you are gathering the money at the same time, you are selling at the same time and gathering the money at the same time does not mean that you make profit. Follow these steps I'm going to give you in this video so that you have a very free, infection-free rearing stages and the high profit poultry farming. After this video, another video is uploading. Please make sure you watch them and make sure you subscribe to our both channels so that you get all our videos. I post every day on each channel, the Poultry Side TV and Dr. Leonard Charles. Please make sure you subscribe to both channels. The next video is uploading how to start poultry farming in 2025. It is uploading. It is a very good video that you need to watch. Even if you are already in the business or you want to start this year, even if you are not starting this 2025, you want to start 2026, you can still watch the video and still gain a lot from it. Right away, let us start this. You're following this step. Make sure you're following this step. How to restock. The first thing you need to do immediately after selling your chickens till the end. Let's get on with the stages. The first stage is, in this particular video, we are restocking 7,500 broilers. If your stocking capacity is 1,500, 250, it is the same step you need to take. The only difference is that the space required for each of the number is different. That's the only thing. But the process is the same thing. Please follow the step gradually and one by one. Don't skip any track. If you skip any track, you will lose the knowledge. This is 7,500 broiler capacity, starting from the beginning, from day one till the last date. Follow the step and let's get the knowledge. Thank you. Make sure you clear all the droppings, all the poultry droppings. Wash all your pens. Remove all the beddings. Clean all the utensils, feeders, drinkers. Wash them thoroughly with detergent, strong detergent that can clear any infection. After washing them, sun dry them properly. Both the footwears, all the nets, all the coverings, leathers, drinkers, everything that has to do with the poultry. And make sure that if you have any cage you take to the market for sales, please don't take them into your farm immediately. Keep them outside, disinfect them properly, and disinfect all the poultry houses, all the whole pens, both in and out. Disinfect everywhere. Clean all the cleanables before ordering for birds. And before you order for your birds, make sure you have a very reputable supplier. Please, it is very important. Reputable supplier with high quality chicks, and make sure you book for first grade chicks. Tell your supplier that you need first grade chicks and tell them the particular breed of broiler. If you are restocking broilers, tell them the particular breed of broiler. We have different breeds of broilers, and tell them your location. Some may know your location and know the breed that will suit your location. We are going into heavy rainy season this period. If you restock now and you rear your chickens for 8 weeks, it means 8 weeks is 2 months. We are already in April, and before you finish brooding your chicken, we are already in May. That means you have May and June. June is heavy rainfall. That means the cold season. There is a particular breed of chicken that will suit your region. If you want me to tell you, please, on the comment section, tell me your region, and I will tell you the particular breed of bird that will suit you between this April, May, June, so that you have a very good rearing stages without any complications. Because some breeds of broiler need cold. Some do well in hot season and they don't do well in cold season. Some are infectious prone to rainy season. During the rainy season, some of them will have CROD, they will have cold, they have pneumonia, they have heart attack, and rest of them. There are a lot of infections that can attack your chickens during the cold season because of the breed of bird you restocked. So right away, let's follow this video step by step. And if you have any question on this video, drop it in the comment section so that I will guide you more. Thank you. Watch to the end. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and activate the bell notification. Give this video a thumb up so that the channel can share this video to more farmers to gain the same knowledge we have gotten from this particular video. Thank you for watching. Let's get there.
This is day 1. Before then, make sure you have fumigated your poultry house. On the day 1, put a very good floor with either paddy rice, that is rice bran, or wood shavings, any of them. Put them on the floor and spray a very neat newspapers on the floor, on top of the paddy rice or on top of the wood shavings. Then bring in your birds from a reputed hatchery and spray the birds. By then, the poultry brooding house is already warmed with 33 to 35 degrees centigrade. Let it be warmed enough on the first day because they need enough heat. If they don't have enough heat, they will closer together. And once they're closer together, there will be higher mortality. Use charcoal or gas brooding heater, any of the two you have. Paddy rice is good also for the floor, or wood shavings. Spray them on the floor for the first, second day, while the newspaper should be on the floor. This is 7,500 capacity broiler chicks. Spread on the floor. You can gauge them, you can narrow their movements on the first, second, and third days. Give them enough water, clean water on the first day and the second day and third day also. Give them enough water with. From the third day, start reducing the temperature with 3 degrees centigrade every day. Reduce the temperature because from the 4th day, they will start growing their own wings. Give them enough food, enough clean water. Make sure the polythene bags you use to cover the brooding house is well secured so that there will be no much loss of heat. On day 4, they start having their own feathers and they need lower temperature. Make sure there is hygrometer in check. The hygrometer determines the amount of humidity in the brooding house. There should be average humidity and average temperature from day 4. After day 4, going to day 5, start increasing their space so that because they have started growing big, increase the space for them after day 4. And every morning, make sure you raise the polythene bag up so that they will have enough air, enough cross ventilation. The cross ventilation will reduce the quantity of ammonia built up on the floor, because if there is no air, the floor itself will become toxic for the birds. From day 5, the temperature should be dropped lower to 30 degrees centigrade, because by this date, they are already growing up. They start monitor their movement also, monitor their feeding, monitor the way they drink water and the way they move around. Anyone that is not moving is a sign of illness. Separate those ones, remove mortality. Any dead birds should be removed completely from the pen and discard them so that they will not infect other birds or cause danger to other birds. Raise their protein bag on daily basis so that they will have enough air. That is very important. Air is very important after day 5 because they need enough air. The air will help them to grow, and it will also help to clear any contaminated or contamination on the poultry brooding house. It's very important. As they are growing, monitor their movements, monitor their activities. Check their growth, check their wings, check their vent areas, check their poultry droppings to know the color of the poultry droppings. Then from day 5, it is very necessary you give the first vaccination. Depending on your location, some areas need Newcastle disease vaccine. You can contact your vet to know the particular vaccine, or the hatchery where you bought your day old chicks to know the particular vaccine you need to give. Please, anytime you are stepping into the brooding house, you have to be very careful where you match your legs. Some of these chickens, young chicks, may be funny. As you raise your legs up to match on the floor, some of them will run under your leg, and you match on the foot. You match them with your foot and press that one down. That one is gone. You have to be extra careful with them. And while walking on the brooding house, most especially if you have a very large brooding house where you can walk through, don't raise your legs up. Your foot should be very low on the floor so that they will not run under your foot. You match on them. That's one of the reasons and one of the ways you can lose most of your birds. And whenever you want to drop the poultry feeder on the floor, make sure you clear them, because some of them will be very smart. As you raise the feeder up and want to bring it down, they will run under the feeder, and you use the feeder and cover them on the floor. When the next day you raise the feeder to change the water, you see that some birds are under it and they are gone. Remove all the dead birds and separate them completely from the brooding house. Then, as they are growing till the 7th day, start preparing to increase their feeders and their drinkers to a larger size, because at the early stage of their life, what they need is the small drinkers and small feeders. As they are growing after 7th day, start increasing their feeders and their drinkers to a bigger one, because right now they need volume of feed on daily basis higher than the early stage of their life. Here is the bigger feeders and bigger drinkers. Right away, you transfer them. After 1 week, they are growing bigger. You can see their sizes now. They are now running. They are very fast. You can see that they are running at a very high speed, and their sizes have increased. And we have also increased the space given to them also. Make sure you change their beddings at this early stage of their life. Change it at least every 2 to 3 days. Change their beddings and change the newspapers. Right away, there is no more newspaper here because they are already grown up. They don't need any newspaper any longer. You can now place them on the floor directly to the beddings, either rice bran or wheat bran or wood shavings. Any of them that is available and that is very cheaper in your area. If you have wood shavings or wood sawdust, anyone, use them. Increase the feeder and increase the volume of feed you give to them on daily basis. Increase their water also. Make sure they have clean water on daily basis with high volume of feed, so that they will not be starved. This is the only way they can grow bigger to their own satisfaction. Here is the bigger feeder and bigger food. They need higher quantity of feed at this moment. Pour the feed to the brim and make sure they don't waste their feed. Any feed wasted cannot be accounted for. So that what it means is that you are losing money instead of gaining. You can see that the feeders is bigger now and the drinkers are also bigger also. Give them enough food always. And make sure you don't change their feed anyhow. Once you change feed, the birds may find it difficult to get accustomed to the new feed. Before you change feed, watch our video on how to change feed so that their chickens will not lose weight because of the change of the feed. Chickens always react to changes, either changes in environment or changes in feed or changes in water. Even the color of the water at times threaten them. They will find it difficult to drink. So it's very important you need to monitor all those things. After 1 week, vaccinate them, give them the first Lasota, then the 10 days, give them the first Gomboro. That's 3 days after the Lasota, you can give them the first Gomboro vaccine. The Lasota vaccine is 7 days of between 5 to 7 days, give them the first Lasota. Between 7 to 10 days, give them the first Gomboro. Monitor the birds, remove dead ones, remove any harmful distance, give them clean water. Make sure you wash their drinkers daily. Don't allow the water to stay over 24 hours. Remove the water, pour the water away, and clean their drinkers and their feeders on daily basis to avoid contamination at this early stage, which will affect their growth. It's very important and necessary. And make sure you go around your pen, check the activities. The ones that are dull, the ones that are not very smart, remove them from the pen so that they will not be stampede or walk on top. so that you don't lose most of your birds. Losing birds at this early stage is very, very critical. Any chicken that is not eating or that is not rushing the feed should be closely monitored. After day 13, they are grown, they have feathers, they have wings all over their body. The body temperature is enough for them now. You can now remove the heaters. They need fresh air this moment. Then after day 15, you can see that they have grown, they are well grown up now. They are still in the brooder. You have not separated them, you are not taking them to the rearing stage yet. This is after 2 weeks. You can see their sizes. They need water, they need feed and clean water. Continue with the starter feed. Starter feed from day 1 till day 7. If you have super starter is higher protein, up to 24% crude protein. You can start with. If you don't have it, use ordinary starter feed, 22% crude protein till day 15. On day 15, continue with the starter feed. Starter feed can take them throughout the brooding stage before you change to grower feed, depending on the time you want to rear them. You want to rear them for 6 weeks, there may be no need for growers. You can go straight to the finisher's feed. Make sure you have enough feed stocked for them. Don't be buying feed on daily basis. It affects the growth of your birds. Before you even start, buy feed in large quantity and stock and keep for them so that they will not lack feed on any day at all. Many farmers make this mistake of buying feed on daily basis. Sometimes they even starve the chickens, feeling that they are saving money. No, you're not saving money. You are killing your business. Right away, they are now on the right away, they are done to be transferred. After 20 days, we are transferred them to the rearing stage. This is the stage where they can start with grower. If you are starting with grower, please start with grower mash so that and mix the grower with starter for the first 3, 4, 5 days. Don't go straight to grower feed immediately. Mix the grower with starter for the first 3, 4, 5 days. Then day 30, that is almost 1 month. You can see that they have grown. At this stage, they are weighing up to 1 to 2 kg at this stage. If you are doing all your activities very well, this is the feed, this is the size of the feed they need. They are on the rearing stage at this moment. Give them enough food because here they require higher feed and your feed conversion ratio has increased. Their feed consumption also increased. Monitor the activities on daily basis, check on them, give them clean water, make sure they have daily water change and neat water. Every morning, give them enough food, feed their feeders so that they will have enough food to eat. Give them enough clean water. Follow the vaccination schedule. Don't skip any of the vaccination schedule in order to save money. No, you're not saving money because if it's affected by any of the infections, you start losing your best. That money you think you have saved, you lose it. Follow the step, monitor the activities of the birds, the ones that are eating, the ones that are not eating, the ones that are rushing the feed, and the ones that are not rushing. Any bird that is always standing and sleeping should be removed from the pen. That bird is not healthy. Remove them to quarantine them and take care of them. This should be done on daily basis. And let the quarantine house be very far from the rearing house also. You have a very neat, free and disease-free rearing stage, and you also make high profit. You can see how they are rushing the feed now. That is to tell you that these birds are healthy. If they are not healthy and they are standing or they squat and be sleeping or face their nostril on the floor, it is a sign of illness. Day 40 is where we are right now. You can see their sizes at the day 40. They have grown bigger. At this stage, you should weigh them on daily basis. Now the broilers are ready for sale. Are you ready to buy the broilers? This is the stage at which you can sell your broilers because they have grown. Watch, share this video, comment, drop a comment and ask your questions on the comment section. Subscribe and share the video.